Dog cam up. All set. All set. Okay, so. Happy Friday. This is more multiplayer Solasta. We're playing the Devilish Deals player-made campaign using the Dungeon Maker built into the game. And multiplayer, of course. Jeff, Hobo, and Hurricane. Where are we? This is episode 3, so we're about 12 hours into the playthrough. It's going well so far, I think. Not super complicated. Not a whole lot of bugs that we've seen. Old World plus DLC, Lamplighters, all extra time to Starfield. Lamplighters isn't out yet. And there's a demo out for it, though. And if you want to check out Lamplighters, there's a demo up on Steam. I think GOG as well, probably Epic. Oh, it's coming out on October 3rd? It's coming out that soon. Oh, well, that's a problem. That's Tuesday. That's a problem. That's kind of an issue. I don't have a key for it. So, and I've been reading different reviews here and there, and I'm kind of iffy on it, to tell you the truth. Not that that's being not well received for the most part. It's just, I don't know. I don't know. But again, I haven't played it, so I honestly don't know. I guess I could check out the demo and see how it goes from there, but we'll see. Here's also an issue too, is all this new stuff coming out. What we have to remember is I'm on limited data, and I have to be careful on how much stuff I'm downloading. And between Total War Pharaoh and the Terminator game and other stuff, I have to be really careful not to overdo my data. Even though we're at the end of the month, I can guesstimate on how much. Actually, we know exactly how much data we have from day to day. It's just not real time. We have to wait a day to see how it's going. So I have to be careful to not go after too much stuff. Because again, limited data. So it sucks. It really does. It's affecting. It's so stupid. It's just so stupid. But it's not like it's not a large amount of data. It's just that you have to be, aware that you can't watch, this much. If you see, watching TV and stuff through for the internet isn't a big deal because that's easy enough to control. Just do an hour or two a day, no problem. But when you start talking about video games, not the online stuff, we're just talking about downloading games. Games are getting bigger and bigger, and it's ridiculous. And it just takes such huge chunks out of the data. It's stupid. So, the first edition game that is nearly fully voiced. High-range games are always good with the turn-based mechanics, but the scenario isn't fully mine. I guess I get it at the first sale when it's reduced just to have it on your library and support Airbred. Yeah, see, that's fully voiced is great and all, but it's more to it than that. Like I won't get into the criticism and stuff that I've read of it, but it's kind of making me wary. So that's all, and some other stuff too. So we should get started. So. Happy Friday. Hey, we're missing somebody. We're missing a Jeff.
Oh, one sec.
It's okay. So, again, this is Devilish Deals multiplayer stuff. Cast of characters. We got Gimpy Silver, a Dragonborn Silver Dragon Barbarian. Currently, you can see it level 6. We got Hobo the Stabber, No, Halfling. Yeah, Halfling Fighter. It's Hobo. Technically not our tank, but sort of kinda not really. Then we have Jeff. Jeff is little Jeffina, the Halfling... Gnome Cleric for Jeff. It's hard to tell the Halflings and the Gnomes apart. They look very similar. I was going to say the easiest way to tell them apart is the Halfling ears seem to be a little bit more pointy, but that's not necessarily always true. Again, they look so similar, it's funny. And then, of course, last but not least, we have Hurricane playing another Dragonborn. Looks like a red dragon, but it's really a gold dragon. Why he went with the red skin, I don't know, but he did.
Sunburn.
Sunburn? Okay. I don't think gold dragons can get sunburn, but that's okay. Anyway, Sorcerer. Tankling. Yes, he's a tankling. Welcome back to Spiridor. But
Yeah, I got the same problem with telling apart Dragonkin from Saurons and Kobolds. They all look the same.
except for the height. Heights are pretty different. Zorax tend to be kind of the fat, too. And that whole going invisible and climbing walls thing, too. But Hobo, and you're not really tanking, right? You're doing damage dealer type deal. That's why you're the stabber.
Well, I use the sword and the mace.
Okay, yeah, you do. No, that's Jeff with that one. That's Hobo with the mace and the shield. So Hobo can tank if necessary. Now, I forget what we were doing down here. We stopped here for a reason.
I think we had a choice between two factions to join.
That's true.
To,
Yep.
Like a rebellion. We are on the rebellion part.
Right. To assist in, yeah, fighting against... Okay, so the storyline is we are in hell. And every day we have to dig up so many soul shards. 1 per person per day. If we don't, you start getting beat up, I guess, taking damage, whatever. And now we've gotten to the point where the dungeons of where we are some of them are rebelling. And what are we actually doing? There's a little story going on. Activate. Acquiring the Kindred's hand will require a frontal Sardonyx keep, so that's part of what we're doing. Scan. I'm guessing. So you got a rebellion. Chosen of Gabmordian. Gabmordian is the devil that we have to deal with. So you can either go with those guys who are supporting the devil, or the rebellion who are against them. And then this is to kill that guy who is supposedly supporting the devil. So,
All so that we can open up a portal.
yep. Also, we can open the portal and try to get out of here. I guess that's what the goal is, to get out of hell.
So we're here to meet the hero of Canton.
Something like that. So, see fires all over the place. Campfires, maybe, or torches. At least to the left of us. It's so dark. It's like we're underground or something. Stuff into the ground over here. Magnesium, so useful. I'm sorry, we have a ton of recipes, don't we?
Yeah. I'm crafting a two-handed doom blade.
That's right. That's from me, if I remember right. Is that a pathway through, or is it...
Yep.
Oh, underground. Okay, or under the... Oh, look, friends. As you near the end of the cramped passage, flickering torchlight illuminates a small hideout, packed to the ceiling with rebels, equipment, and supplies.
Remember, left-clicking on someone while you're sneaking is thievery.
Yes, don't do that. Rebels, a medic. Rebel.
He's just going to steal right in front of him.
Apparently you don't seem to care. I mean, it doesn't seem to be anything special so far. Some long swords, some great swords, but they're all normal. Somebody we can actually talk to here? Other than
Yeah, the medic.
medic? Okay, we'll talk to him then.
And there's a door at the back as well.
Talking to the medic. What is it you do here? I look over the health of our supporters, and with the amount of disease carried by this bog, there is hardly a calm moment. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have patients to attend to. Is there nothing we can do to be of aid? Not that you'd be willing to give up, I imagine. So shards, probably. We insist, start quest. You're right, skip the quest. Start the quest, because extra experience. Just let us know what we can do. Excellent. As you know, everyone around here has a quota to meet on soul fragments. We are no exception. Why does the rebellion plan along instead of, rebellion? Why does the plan along? Because rebellion without adequate strength and in the wrong circumstances would be suicide. So until that time comes, we lay low and do everything we can to keep Kindraff and his ruffians from snooping around. Anyway, the rebellion stockpile of soul fragments has run dry. We are at risk of losing 3 of our finest warriors if enough fragments cannot be found. 1 each should be enough until they are strong enough to resume their searches on their own. Have you any soul fragments to donate to save our warriors? The medic pauses, tending to a patient while looking up at you with big, hopeful eyes. Donate 1 fragment. I know we have a bunch of extras.
Yeah, I think we can talk to him multiple times till we have donated 3.
We do. Gotta speak to this warrior in the recovery. Medic graciously accepts your donation and brings it to the back room. Have you any soul fragments to donate to our warriors? Medic stuff. Yes. Godspeed, blah blah. Have you any soul? Yes. Now watch, we're summoning a Balrog or something. You know that's gonna happen. Yeah, it says the last of them. I cannot thank you enough. That was easy enough.
Level up.
Oh, we did? Oh, wow, okay. Well, that's easy. There's a fire right here. And as far as food goes, I have 7 packets still.
I just found some here. I think I have 6.
Okay. You all set? Level up?
Yep.
Welcome to level 7. Last feature, Feral Instinct. Your instincts are so honed that you have advantage on initiative rolls. Additionally, if you are surprised at the beginning of combat and are not incapacitated, you can act normally on your first turn, but only if you enter rage before doing anything else on that turn. I try to do that anyway. That's all I get. Two items rolls up there. Get anything cool, or I'm not the only one gets like poor selection.
Well, I got
Level-
level 4 spells now.
Yeah, level 4 spells. Wall of Fire and Dimension Door.
I'm trying. Hobo gets spells too, doesn't he?
Yep, looking at him.
Forget that you're one of those type of fighters.
Get acid arrow, flaming sphere, scorching ray.
What's your dexterity?
18.
Scorching ray would be good for you. Probably better than the burning sphere thing. Burning sphere is kind of a niche type deal. It's a concentration spell. Scorching rays because they're ranged attack, so they're based off your dexterity.
As a what it's usually called Eldritch Knight, having your own haste or your own great invisibility is always great.
And I can cast spells without having a free hand.
Oh yeah, so special.
Is that a feat?
No, it's ability for the class.
Handy.
Yeah, they don't get the greatest of spells, but it works. Okay, so looks like we have an exit at the other end of the cavern here, maybe. No, maybe we don't. Oh, there's a door. And somebody else to talk to. Laurel.
Rebellion has no trader.
There's no what? Trainer? Oh, trader.
Trader.
Merchant.
A merchant.
She rolls up a large sheet of parchment as you approach. From what you are able to gather, it showed a detailed sketch of Kindarf's fortifications. What is the reason for this disturbance? Time is limited, so get to the point. Ask to join cause. Ask about the rebellion. Leave. Ask about the rebellion first. Tell us about your rebellion. What more is there to know? We are a rebellion. We rebel. We are composed of rebels. That's some quality writing right there. It's true. How long have you been operating? Does Kindorf know about you? Never mind, back to previous session. How many are you? Enough, but we could always use 4 more. How convenient. How long have you been operating? Long enough to build a formidable force. Does Kindorf know about you?
Where's Jane?
There's no Jane here. He knows of us, but not about us. We intend to catch him off guard with surprising strength. Where's Jane? Sure. Do you want to join? I don't hear any no's.
Well, we gave him 3 souls, so
That is true. We did.
kind of committed.
Yeah, we kind of committed ourselves by doing that. We'll cut to the chase then. We want to join you. She looks at you sideways. Why? Why not?
I want to get out of here.
The fight against evil. Money. We both want the same thing. Which is... Whatever our reasons, we both struggle towards the same goal. Being rid of Cardiff and his thugs. Pointed and pragmatic. I like it. Our various reasons for being here are many, and regardless of yours, welcome to the cause. Don't need to yell. I'm right here. As the first echo of her booming voice dies out, it is joined by the rest of the rebels chanting out in unison. The cause, the cause, the cause. As this is happening, Laurel's eyes stay locked in yours as if judging your response. The cause. Stare back silently. The cause. Play along. Take the pill. You glance to your companions on your left and right, and then in unison return the shout, the cause. Aye, you'll do all right now. On to business. First, what plans have you in store for Kindarf? Kill him? It's quite simple. We intend to storm the keep and dispose of him. That is no small task. Were it not for word of your endeavors in the Styx jungle, I'd be laughing right now. But you just might be able to pull this off with enough support. You must find a way to raise enough unrest that even the common mutters will follow into battle. A rousing speech at this pub may be enough for some, but we'll need more. We have some wounded warriors that will meet an early fate once they fail to deliver on quota. If you have any soul fragments to spare, please speak with our medic. Already done. Raising unrest is the easy part. Doing it in such a way as to preserve the strength of the Mutter fighting force may prove challenging. Killing off a few guards may yield a heavy-fisted response, and while the response is sure to rile up unrest, it may lead to casualties. Anyway, you are a resourceful bunch. I'm sure you'll find a way. If you ever want a gauge on the level of unrest or how strong the potential fighting force, speak with my intelligence officer. When you finally begin your assault, my spy keeping watch on the entrance will relay the news and begin the riling up of a riot to your aid. Godspeed to the cause. Is the yelling really necessary? The cause. You shout in unison, then turn to leave among the echoes of both the cavern walls and your new compatriots. So, look at the experience for that. There's the intelligence officer. Should we talk to them just to see how it's going?
It's probably not a bad idea.
Well, Matt, what is it you do here? I keep a pulse on all the happenings of the Mutter encampment so that we know just where to apply pressure. I keep tabs on the level of unrest and strength of the warriors likely to join us in battle should the opportunity present itself. How fares the rebellion? Fighting force is strong. However, tensions in the encampment are not high enough to rally significant support. So we got some work to do.
So let's see. Looking at the journal for stuff we can do, you can do a rousing speech. You can poison the garrison food supply, or you can poison the water supply. Or maybe both.
I would say we should do both. Kill as many as you can.
You don't mind being on your knees, do you?
Cats.
You looking for the exit?
I'm just looking around to see if there's anything else in here of interest. Doesn't look like it.
I would try poisoning the garrison food supply, because the water supply of the town is something like, hey, they poisoned our food, we have to fight them. But if we get uncovered, that's not good.
Alright.
Well, I'm done here.
Okay. Okay, so this isn't a good sign. There we go. Increase mutter unrest optional begin assault. Could somehow sneak into the barracks. This poison could deal damaging blow to the strength of the garrison. If they lash back at the mutters, it may also increase unrest. Poison the water supply. Town water well is sure to stir up unrest that will help spring rioting or rebellion, though it likely would not be with casualties. About speech. Rousing speech. Pulling the right strings could get them worked up enough to want to fight back. I think Hurricane should start that stuff.
Nice speech.
Yeah.
Where?
At the bar.
I think they said at the bar.
Maybe talk to the bartender?
Yeah. Don't even guess.
Oh, I see, there's a point.
You approach the makeshift bar, drawing no attention from any of the patrons. Your rousing speech. Sure it'll be a fine. Figure now is a good time as ever. You resolve to rouse up the crowd. How do you draw their attention? There's wrong with there.
Free beer.
Free beer for everybody. Join the rebellion. Shout out angrily. Climb up on the bar. Wow, that's not... Buy a round, 20 gold. Get them drunk first, then talk to them. This round's on
That's a
me.
good starter.
Yeah, you slap a small handful of gold on the bar, which is rapidly swept up by the barkeep and replaced with tankards of ale. As the patrons filter by to grab their mugs, they form a small circle around you to hear what this is all about. With the small crowd now staring at you, with what subject do you begin?
What, the worst beer ever?
Length of contract. Of course it's length of contract. Anyone here have a contract term of less than 10 years? A few hands rise among the more seasoned portion of the audience. Anyone served even half their term? The crowd shuffles uncomfortably with not a single person coming forward. My contract term is 40 years, minus the few weeks that I've been here. Can anyone top that? You glance back and forth across the crowd, again with no reaction, until at the last minute a small outstretched hand catches your eye. The crowd parts and you see a small boy, who appears to have seen fewer summers than there are hairs on his chin. I'm in for 50, he proclaims. And that is why this ends now. Capitulate to these demons and you doom not only yourself, but this child and others to follow. Getting close there. A few heads start to nod, subtly at first, but then with strong conviction. Choose your next line of argument. Lost
Oof.
comrades. Term of contract.
It's not me.
No.
You have bad charisma.
Well, not bad, just not good. I'll take the 55.
Oh boy, this would be XCOM.
By show of hands, how many of you have lost a comrade, acquaintance, or compatriot who failed to meet quota? Hands all around are half-heartedly raised, as if the question needs no answer. As I thought, every last one of you. Now, how many of you know anyone who survived to serve the whole term of their contract? Not a single one of you. Remember this, there is another road. Woohoo! A few of the patrons glance about, looking to see if they are alone and wondering if you just might be correct. Choose your next line of argument.
Uh-oh.
I don't think we should go for this one. I mean, it's 50-50. I'll let you guys decide. There's 3 of you.
With a
so-
bribe, I would say.
Come on, cowards, vote. Read the terms of your contracts recently. If they are anything like mine, they include terms like may use any and all force to ensure compliance. And in the event of mortal death prior to the conclusion of the contract, the undersigned forfeits the rights to their soul for all eternity. Does anyone honestly see the end of their contract drawing near without a ratcheting of force until they finally break? Passively comply and you guarantee the forfeiture of your soul. Stand up and together we just may stand a chance.
No whammies, no whammies, no whammies.
Failure.
Oh.
You choose how to gamble with your soul, and I'll choose mine. That's going to be for our argument. Unless there's something else in there, but I don't think there is. Nope, that's it. I know what is going through your minds. Uncertainty, fear, desperation. Above anything else, we survive day in and day out. We're dangling on the edge of the abyss by our very fingertips. Lie not to yourselves that this is sustainable. We stretch out our hand, offering you a way to climb. It's risky, letting go with one hand to grasp for ours. Your other may falter, sending you tumbling down. Typos are killing me. By the gods, we're the best chance you've got. Make your way up to join us, and you can help another and another. Together, we just may stand a chance. We are not asking you to race this instant, but to prepare yourselves such that when the time comes, you are ready to climb. You know it when the time comes. It's time to stop crawling over each other and climb together. The crowd watches on in silence as you turn your back to your mugs. Gradually hushed, conversations pick up, the contents of which you cannot make out. The impact of your rousing speech remains to be seen. Okay. Hey, that was a decent experience for that. Hey, Borlock, welcome to the stream. How is this compared to Baldur's Gate 3? I like the combat engine in this better. It's actually 3D. Although Baldur's Gate 3 claims to be a 3D engine, it's not really. It's a pseudo 3D engine. It gives you the impression that it is, but in reality it's not. This one's actually a legitimate 3D combat engine. What do we mean by that? In Baldur's Gate 3, there's actually a flight spell. The way it works is it's really just a movement from point A to point B and allows you to bypass the obstacles in between, usually. In this game, flight is actually 3D movement, as in you can fly from point A to point B, and point B can be up in the sky. Because if you look over in the right-hand corner there, this little thing, this little 3 triangles, when you're in combat, and you have the ability to move 3-dimensionally, you click on this and you can change the plane that you're looking at. So if you have flight, you can actually, change the elevation of where you're flying. How much is this? I don't know. I haven't priced it, tell you the truth. And I've been playing it since I got it. I was a Kickstarter backer for it when it came out it went into Kickstarter a couple years back. Here's the funny part. Baldur's Gate and Solasta went into development at the same time, basically. At the same time that Solasta announced its Kickstarter, Baldur's Gate went into development as well. Yet Solasta came out almost a year ahead of Baldur's Gate, mainly because smaller game, smaller budget, all this other fun stuff. So it's not as big as Baldur's Gate, not as many classes, not as many races, the storyline isn't as big. The actual storyline for the main campaign doesn't really branch at all. It's pretty much a straight line from A to B. There's side quests and whatever, but it's not as big. And so there's that. But again, the combat engine is superior here. I think it is. I really like the combat engine here compared to Baldur's Gate's got interesting stuff and whatever, but in my mind, it gets old pretty quick. And here, it's just better. It really is better. 10% on your Steam at this moment. Yep, that'll work. $40, yep. Well, actually, that's 40 Canadian, so that's what, 50 cents US, I think, something like that. God, you can't set me up like that, Jeff. It spells better in this game, but Baldur's Gate is deeper story stuff and branches. Yes, that is true. Like I said, it's because Baldur's Gate's got the much bigger budget. The developer for, for Solasta is smaller. Larian is the developer for Baldur's Gate, and they've got a couple of games under their belt, mainly the Divinity of Sin games, and a lot of the mechanics they developed in those games are in Baldur's Gate 3 as well. So, both games are fine. It's just funny is that Baldur's Gate is, I don't know how many playthroughs you can get on it. I know there's many different things that can happen, but this one is different in that, yeah, you probably only get one, maybe two playthroughs to the main campaign, but what this game has is the Dungeon Maker. What we're doing today is not the main campaign. This is a player-made campaign. Because there's a Dungeon Maker built into the game, and people can go in and build their own campaigns or, whatever. So, and this is, this is a campaign made by, a fan of the game, basically. And this isn't the first one we've done either. This is like 5 or 6 now for us. And there's some
More,
really,
I think.
is it more? I lose track, but, they're usually fairly well done. I mean, there's some stinkers out there, but for the ones that we've been playing, they've been pretty good. So, $30 US. Yeah, that sounds about right. And keep in mind that we're coming up on autumn sales. Should be, if they haven't already happened, or if they're in the process of happening, you may be able to find it for a little bit cheaper. Keep in mind there's a couple of DLCs. How many DLCs are there? 3 or 4, something like that, where they add.
My link is the complete collection.
Oh, okay. So that helps. How much was it for the complete collection?
75 euros at the moment with 10% off.
Okay, so 70. Okay, so that's the same as US then, roughly. But that's for everything. And by everything, we need the races, classes, that kind of stuff. So not all classes and races are in the base game. I think in the base game you just get humans, elves, half elves, halflings. Yeah, halflings are in there. Dwarves. I think that's it for the races. And classes, it's fighter, wizard, druid. Was druid in the first one? I don't think it was.
I think Druid is the wild.
Yeah, that
was a patch. I think that was a free patch.
Was it a free patch? Okay. Sorcerer's in there. Rogue, ranger, cleric, paladin.
Barbarian.
No, Barbarian and Druid was in the first expansion. I think the wild something. The
Yeah.
sorcerer was free patch.
Yeah, the sorcerer was free. It wasn't originally part of the release, but it came in the first patch, basically, because it was part of Kickstarter bonus stuff, whatever you want to call it. I forget the name of that. But anyway, I mean, sorry.
And if you do the multiplayer thing, only the person hosting the game needs to have all the expansions. The people joining just need the base game.
That's true. Yeah, which is cool. A lot of games are doing that these days, but it's very nice because just as long as the host has everything, everybody gets to use everything while they're playing that game. So anyway, but yeah, I enjoy this game. It's good. And with all the
If you're mainly playing solo and you want a big fantasy adventure for your own time, I think Baldur's Gate may be the better game. But if you have some friends you can get to play with you, this is a real cool sandbox because of the Dungeon Maker. So many different adventures you can play.
right. And you don't have to worry about any awkward scenes like walking in on people having events, doing things to each other.
An ogre and the bugbear.
Yeah, that has traumatized a lot of people. Okay, so. Oh, were we successful? Yes, we were. We were successful with that particular event, weren't we? So, I want to.
Poison the garrison food supply.
Okay.
I would not take my fingers in the town well. That won't go well.
No, we'll do the garrison thing for sure. Okay. If you could somehow sneak into the barracks, this poison could deal a damaging blow to the poison, to the strength of the garrison. If they lash back at the mutters, it may also increase unrest. That's what we want then to happen. So,
Looks like there's a back way to the barracks.
We can fly over the barricades.
Or you might be able to sneak. There might be a way in the back.
oh, okay, yeah,
Go through
probably.
the witch's house.
Was it the witch's house?
Yep, there was a back way.
Okay.
Or you could go here.
Is the entrance up at the fort? Or we actually have to go through the whole house, right?
Correct.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Okay, we can do this.
I don't know. Somehow I don't think this. I guess we'll see.
What?
I think this leads to. Well, I guess we'll see. I kind of forget now. I thought this just leads right away to a fight if we go through.
This is her way into to intimidate the guards. She goes.
Or the guards coming here to get service.
Right.
You mean she cooks them a nice meal and massages their feet a little bit,
Yes.
and then sends them on their way?
That's worth a couple of dollars, I think. Good foot massages. They're hard to find.
Yeah, especially if they work at a garrison, they're on their feet all day.
Yep. March, march, march. We need those feet rubbed.
Oh, okay.
This is the other end. Oh, look, there's a tree we can chop down.
Probably a shortcut. Yeah, no, it's a shortcut.
Yeah, you have to
Okay.
go to the house. So. These remains have long since been thoroughly picked over. I failed my investigation roll over there. There's some stuff to click on over here. That I probably shouldn't be doing, because I'm not the brightest, if that's what that is supposed to be. It was at the other side of the river, isn't it?
Yeah, you need someone that can fly.
Yay.
No path to destination.
You want to go inside first, or going over there?
No, we can go inside. I can't get there anyways.
Somebody's going over there.
I can't make them stop.
Okay, fine. Go inside. Delmar, thank you very much for the raid. Much appreciated. Happy Friday. Go on it. Happy Friday to you as well. Thanks for the raid. You slip through the window into a small, cramped room that smells strongly of stale ale and bodily fluids. A single messy bed lies on one side, and stacks of supply crates on the other. It seems this room serves dual purpose. Chill. Have fun picking up the kids, and,
This?
and thank you, Tomar. Have a good evening. Something in the corner here. Peered through the cracks in the battered wooden doors. A number of ruffians lie sleeping in their bunks. Sneak in. Carefully swing the door open and step into the room, performing a group stealth check. Oh, that didn't go well. So much for being sneaky. Failure. Success. Oh, everybody's got to make a roll. And Gippy, of course, didn't succeed. Even though he's got a good dexterity, he didn't succeed. Wow. I got screwed. But apparently it doesn't matter.
Go back to stealth.
Go back to cautious. I think we're good.
Nobody here.
Soft feet, you slip.
Whoop.
Or not.
Tried to be loud instead?
Solid metal shield clings to the ground after something, something, something. Okay. GG.
Solid metal shield clings to the ground after catching the clumsy step. Springing into action, the guards shout, "Intruders!"
I'm not an intruder. You're an intruder.
Time to earn some soul shards.
Hey, killed one. At least they're wimpy guards. After hurricane.
Are
Ow.
you okay?
I'm fine. Seriously, I'm fine. He needs more swings, though. You know you're gonna hit me with that funky breath of yours, you right?
Oh, he knows the cone now, so you're good.
That range doesn't even work. How much hit points do the guards have, approximately?
The little guards, probably no more than 15.
Solasta Evo Malmi. That's the way.
Okay, 10. Well, less than 15, less than 12. Or 12 or less. You guys are getting really good rolls against me. That's not fair.
You're still in the fight, my friend.
Kinda. Where's the third guard? Oh, he's in the corner. Okay.
Hey, bag of water, it is time to take a break. Go stretch your legs. Your next break is in 1 hour.
Oh, I made a saving throw. Advantage. Why do you have advantage?
I don't know.
+1 charm person? Wonder why. Gimpy has 2 breath weapons. One from being a dragonborn, the other one from being a dragon bloodline barbarian. So he gets 2 of those. Picking on me. They're trying to.
Solasta, Evo, Malma. Good.
Yeah. Always have to account for that 3rd Scorching Ray missing, because it's pretty much a regular thing.
Touche.
That means kill him in French.
We went over this last week, I think. It means touch, doesn't mean kill him.
Oh.
It means I touched you in a bad spot.
Messiah, Evo, Jure.
Thank you for the heal.
You have them now.
That guy's stuck in the corner back there. Blast him with fire.
Arcana Evo, Almis.
Well struck.
Kind of like that. Like how he gets to use the longsword two-handed, switches to a dagger, and switches back to longsword two-handed.
I think that's the extra attack from the trait. Attacking two-handed, you get a free swing.
Still,
Solasta, Evo.
It's weird.
All means.
Nice.
Oh, it was a crit. That's why I got so many rolls there.
Nice move.
Poor guard.
You're not coming back.
It's the worst dream ever.
Yeah, wake up and get your ass kicked. That's not good. No path to destination where this guy is, or where that dude is. Benches screwing, or whatever that's supposed to be, screwing stuff up. Ah, there we
Messiah, Encho, Zio.
go. Okay, well, don't go through that door. We need to take a break, because Veronica said so during about third of the way into the fight there. So, what does that mean? It means we need to get up, stretch your legs, get some water, that kind of thing. If you've been watching the stream for any length of time, I suggest you do the same. We'll be back in a few minutes to continue on. Thank you all very much for watching. And of course, thank you, Jeff, Hobo, and Hurricane for joining me. So, be back shortly. Enjoy the dog video.